Hola, bienvenidos a otra parte de The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Mi aliado, mi enemigo. No tenemos sinopsis, nunca ha habido sinopsis de los capítulos, no como en su primera parte, pero esta es la novena misión y quedan 14, a ver, saco las cuentas. Quedan 5 partes, sí. Eso.
It all makes sense. Fisk becomes the Kingpin by eliminating all his rivals with his anti-crime task force, and the public thanks him for it. He writes a few big checks and everyone looks the other way. But it's not just the task force. I've been taking his enemies down too. And the one who's been pointing me toward them is Kraven. I can't let him get away with this. I need to know more, inside information on Fisk. And I've got an old friend who can get it.
¿Quién, Spidey? ¿Quién? Bien, la conspiración Spidey ha comenzado. El escondite. Otro más, pero por favor. Tenemos varias fotos que hacer. ¿Hacemos las fotos? Porque tienen audios escondidos y eso me sirve. Dijo Messi, me sirve.
Just when you think I can't get any better.
Ok. Ah, vayan a apagar el fuego ustedes. Eso.
Harry probably knows more about a shot of Detective DeWolf's evidence. Got it.
Eso.
I hate to spy on a good cop, but we're in a crisis.
Mr. Negative controls Chinatown. We've got plenty of eyewitnesses to his crimes. We could convict him easily, if we could ever find him. His weird appearance and incredible strength clearly show superhuman power, and they make him hard to ID. He's like a negative image on a photograph. His face is always in shadow. I don't know what kind of weird energy he controls, but we need to find a way to stop it.
Ok. La detective de Wolf, si no me acuerdo mal, es la de Spider-Man 3, pero también está en los cómics. Vamos a esperar a un poquito de puntaje más para hacer este de tasa de carga y quedaría toda una fila entera para terminar después. Obviamente no lo vamos a hacer ahora eso. O sea, no lo van a poder ver ustedes. Yo sí. Cuando lo juegue por mi cuenta después. Eso. ¡Woo! Ahí está.
Whatever she's working on, I bet it can help me out. Very interesting.
Ok. Otro más.
Of all the city's crime bosses, the Hood scares me the most. I thought his black magic gimmick was just that, an act. But I've seen and heard enough to make me wonder. I saw him walk on air and disappear in front of my eyes. And sometimes his guns seem to shoot hellfire. And that voice sends chills up my spine. I've busted guys who say he's possessed by a demon. But that's just a rumor, and it's gotta be, right?
¿De quién está hablando? ¿Quién será el personaje de esta ocasión? Vamos a sacar foto, no voy a salvar a nadie. No se merecen a Spidey. El Spidey. Ajá. Yep. Ok.
Worst I've ever seen.
Ok. ¿A quién le sacó foto?
Great composition. Only a real sicko signs his work like that.
My family, the kids at the home, the people I met afterward, they all looked so surprised when they died, like they couldn't believe it was happening. I wasn't learning anything new. I needed more. I realized I had to start killing people who wouldn't be surprised. People who knew death. And who knows death better than someone who brings it to others. That's when I decided to start killing killers.
Oh, buena lógica. Llega al departamento de Harry. Ok. Pero primero vamos a tomar más fotos. Más fotitos para el periódicocito. Eso.
Harry's been working closely with Fisk. Maybe he's got inside info on him.
Ahí está.
Never seen anything like that.
Sooner or later, guys like this always make a mistake.
I used to be like you, Doc. Trying to find answers. But there aren't any. Laws are only words. Death is just the end of the ride. You know what killing killers taught me? The only difference between them and solid citizens is they know the truth. That's my new mission. To show people. Open their eyes. It's the least I can do. I worked so hard to find the answers. Now I get to share the good news.
Oh, el predicador, él. Diablos, este Jonah Jameson se pasa. Ok, siguiente foto por aquí y después por acá. Y sería, después vamos a buscar ese traje.
Now that's fun.
Vámonos. Otro más.
Something awful went down here. Only a real sicko signs his work like that.
You think I'm some kind of vigilante? An urban legend who's killed other killers? Please. I just figured they'd understand death when they met it. Help me understand. But you want to hear something funny? They're just as shocked as anyone. And then it hit me, just recently. I've been looking for some kind of meaning in death, but maybe I'd already found it. Maybe death is as meaningless as life.
Ok. Creo que estamos. Ya... falta esa.
Ha! That's when you think I can't get any better. You know, I'd love to know how the task force is gonna stop the crime wave when all they ever do is come after me.
Eso es.
Those guys look awfully suspicious. Good shot. Feels good to spy on the spies. I bet they're the ones used to taking secret pictures. I can check that one off my...
Bien, mensajes. Escuchar.
Mention to all agents. Following Oscorp's establishment of the Joint Anti-Crime Task Force with Fisk Industries, you are to provide whatever cooperation you may to executive-level Fisk employees. Any instructions from Mr. Fisk are to be treated as if they come from me. If you have any concerns, communicate them to me via the dedicated phone number and/or email address I have provided for task force-related matters.
Oh, ok. No agrega mucho la historia eso. Y ahí está. Vamos por ese traje. Y después a pelear con Kraven. Kraven, como sea. Ya falta poco para terminar, así que vamos a darle duro. Opa, ahí están estos desgraciados. Voy a hacer un nivel de amenaza 3.
The web shooters really don't like electricity. Fisk's a private guy. Harry's his partner in the task force.
Uh-oh.
He might know something he can use.
Eso, me salvé. Ok, escondite de los rusos. Porque los rusos son malos. Y más en este año.
Someone doesn't want me finding what's in here, but I'm incorrigibly curious.
Ok. Bien. Hacemos esto.
It's not that you're bad at your job. Okay, it is.
Eso. Uno más. Para la colección. Qué genial. Ese movimiento está bueno.
People work around here.
Cuidado.
I can't reach you. The spider! Come quickly!
Oh, Dios.
What is that?
Whoop. Adiós. Ahí me salvé. Esperen. Ya los tengo. Cuidado.
They always look so surprised. Now take some time to think about what you did wrong.
Upa, cuidado, cuidado. Upa, upa, cuidado, cuidado. Vamos bien. Excelente.
Man, I could really build some amazing stuff with it. Hit it!
Y a ver qué se oculta detrás del... Ah, es el de... ¿El rojito? Digo, perdón, ¿el verde? Ah, pero ese ya lo tuvimos. Bueno, ¿qué importa? Es hora de cambiarlo. Son bien marcados los trajes de Spidey. Se lo nota todos los músculos.
It all makes sense. Fisk becomes the Kingpin by eliminating all his rivals with his anti-crime task force. and the public thanks him for it. He writes a few big checks and everyone looks the other way. But it's not just the task force. I've been taking his enemies down too. And the one who's been pointing me toward them is Kraven. I can't let him get away.
Ok.
Better make myself presentable.
Bien, rubio menemista. Harry Osborn.
Wow. Everyone knows Fisk is crooked. But you're saying he's actually setting himself up as the top crime boss in New York?
That's what I've been hearing. I'm working with Whitney Chang on a story, and she needs proof. You're closer to Fisk than anyone I know.
Not really. He keeps his business private. But, as an investor, I do have access to the task force's financial records.
Oh.
Okay. One of the addresses you gave me came up. Large payments to a security consultant. Fisk handles all the personnel decisions. He's the one who hired this Kravinoff guy. But he cooked the books, so technically, Oscorp's paying him. He's trying to throw me under the bus.
Join the club.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just... I trusted someone I shouldn't have. And I probably should have seen it, but... after losing my dad and Uncle Ben... I guess I wanted to believe...
You wanted a father figure. I know what that's like. My dad shut me out of his life to focus on saving his own. And all he ended up leaving me was the disease that killed him.
Huh? Harry, I'm sorry. What is it?
It's genetic. Very rare. Degenerative. My father extended his life by spending a fortune while he looked for a cure. I don't have that kind of time.
There's gotta be some hope.
Gene therapy. That's what all my dad's research was about.
Is that why Norman started the cross-species experiments?
Yeah. He thought he could give himself the resistance some animals have to conditions like this. But the closest he ever got was the work he did on spiders with your father.
But Dad disappeared. And his work went with him. Your task force. Their body armor has medical applications. Can it help at all?
It's not a cure, but it can give mobility to people who can't get around on their own. The task force has helped me improve on it, and protect my research from criminals who'd steal it. But it was a mistake to work with Fisk.
He knows you're sick?
He figured it out. And now he's waiting for me to die so he can take Oscorp for himself. Listen, Pete. Take it from a guy who knows. When the people you trust turn their back on you, it's just proof you have to handle your problems yourself. But sometimes, you still need help.
Harry, I'll do whatever I can for you. Just tell me what—
Spider-Man. No one knows for sure how he got his powers. But he looks to me like the only successful, healthy example of cross-species genetics out there. You take pictures of him. You must have some way of reaching him.
Well,
Peter, I need Spider-Man's blood.
Cuando venga Spider-Man y le hable con la misma voz, se va a sorprender.
oh yeah.
Ok, ¿eso qué es?
As if I didn't have enough problems. Now I have to worry about Oscorp being stolen out from under me. Donald Menken's supposed to work for me. And for now, he's doing what I say. But it's obvious he'd like to run the place. Then there's Wilson Fisk. He keeps offering to buy the company. I might even sell it, if I didn't need Oscorp's research division to find a cure for my disease. I've got to watch them. they'd both stab me in the back without thinking twice.
Oh, dalo por seguro eso. ¿Quién más? Otro más.
I caught up with Peter Parker. We used to be pretty good friends when we were kids, and our dads were partners. I was hoping he might be able to tell me more about his father's research, but he doesn't know any more than I do. Less, actually. Based on Dad's papers, I get the impression Richard Parker went on the run because Dad wanted to weaponize his research. Typical Norman Osborn. He either ran off or killed the one guy who might have been able to save his life.
Oh, por Dios, Peter, ¿cómo reaccionarás a esto? No vas a reaccionar, ¿verdad? Ok. Bueno, mi aliado, mi enemigo, sigue esta pequeña incursión en la trama. Y ahora estoy seguro que como Spidey me presentaré a Harry. Ok. ¿A dónde? ¿Qué es esto? Fuerzas, agentes especiales. ¿No hay misión? Bueno.
Anyone trapped in there doesn't have much time.
Ok.
This'll shake you up. Okay, I'm sorry. That was corny. On my way. Hold on.
Nadie por aquí. Por aquí sí.
Hey! I'm sharp riled over here!
Son 4. Por Dios.
Spidey dance party. Poor Harry.
I was
I
broiling.
want to help him, but without the proper testing, my blood could actually make things worse.
Ay, diablos.
Hey, I need some help here.
Ok. Uno más.
So much for fires being romantic. That's some serious heat. Gotta find the people quick.
Ok, a ver. ¿Cómo subo arriba?
If my blood could cure Harry, I'd give it to him in a heartbeat. It'll take
Ay.
time and lots of research to find out. He's in no mood to wait.
Uno más.
Thank you. I couldn't have lasted much longer.
Ok. Creo que es acá. Au, au.
Without my marshmallows. Those people won't be able to breathe for long.
Excelente.
Much obliged, Spider-Man.
The grateful survivors say...
If I give Harry my blood without testing it first, it could kill him. Or turn him into a monster like with Dr. Connors. And then who knows how many people he might hurt. Even kill.
Ahora sí. Ahora sí que sí, vamos a la misión principal.
Wonder what Jonah Jameson complained about before I came along. Traffic?
A ver si tengo para mejoras. Perfecto. Ahora... tasa de carga. Impacto. Excelente. Está todo en su punto.
Now that's fun. Not sure what I was aiming at there. Buckle up! Fasten your seatbelts!
Eso.
I've put this off long enough. Gotta catch up to Harry and talk to him.
You came. Thank you. I'll pay whatever you want.
Mr. Osborn, wait. I've checked with scientists familiar with gene therapy, and I can't give you my blood. It's too dangerous.
Dangerous? I'll die without it.
Not right away. There's still time for more research. Every other cross-species subject has turned into a monster. I don't know why it's different from me. I'm looking into it,
I've paid the top minds in the field to look into it. A fortune. They don't have the answers. I'm willing to take the chance.
It's not just about you. The lizard, the other cross-species, they hurt people.
Get out.
Kill people.
Just get out.
I can't give you my blood until I know it's safe.
I can't trust
promise.
anyone.
I'll find out.
I'm on my own.
Mr. Osborn,
No, just go.
Harry is really at the end of his rope. I should have noticed a long time ago, but I was busy being played for a fool by Kraven. I can't believe I fell for his act. But why would he teach me his hunting techniques if he was going to betray me? I guess that's one of the things I'll have to ask him.
Ok. Peter, eres un idiota. ¿Por qué no le das tus...? Bueno. Debía haberle dado para que pudiera encontrar una cura, pero bueno. Gracias a él mismo perdió a Gwen. Bueno, pero en este juego no aparece.
Kraven! Time for a little mentor-mentee chat. Discuss our mutual goals. Map out a 5-year plan. Explain why you're working for a human jello mold. Looks empty. But maybe I can still find some answers.
Wow. Imagínate mudarte con todas esas cabezas de animales.
The coward's not here. But I learned tracking from the best. Him.
Ahí están. Mataron a
Scan
todos.
this room every way I can.
El buitre. Y el rino, no está rino.
It's all for me. He was gonna kill me and stuff me like a trophy. All this time he's been studying me, testing me, figuring out my strengths, and how to beat them.
And how best to set a trap.
You're a fake! A coward! This is your idea of a fair hunt?
Oh no. It's only the prelude.
Eso fue genial. Y parece que nos está vigilando desde el primer juego. Qué genial.
The antidote I gave you should remove all effects of the tranquilizer. I want you at the peak of your abilities.
Stop acting like you're King Arthur. All that talk about honor. You lied to me. Betrayed me. For the Kingpin and his money.
That was incidental. I did not betray you. I truly taught you all I knew. Not just so you eliminate the Kingpin's rivals, but to make you the worthiest possible opponent. The foe I knew you would be. my greatest hunt. Now you are ready. And now we will see who is the hunter and who is the prey.
So you used me to take out the Kingpin's rivals. What about Cassidy? I noticed you jumped in to stop him talking to me.
Cassidy was useful for a time. He sowed fear and mistrust. But he is little more than a beast. It was inevitable he would have to be removed.
You're starting to get predictable.
Always one step behind.
Hard to spot him in those trees, but I have to try.
There is no escape.
El sentido arácnido. Ok, ahí estás.
You wanted me to watch Cassidy kill that kid. Why? So I'd kill him? So I'd feel guilty? Just because you're a sick freak?
It was a test to see how strong you could be. If you could stomach the spilling of blood. I admit, you disappointed me. You grasped at shadows.
Eso.
I'm still waiting for an explanation for your mustache.
Impossible. I studied you. You are not capable of this kind of fury. You lack a killer instinct.
Can you at least say some fun bad guy things like...
Good. Your own senses betray you. Come get me, boy.
Eso.
True. I get as angry as you do. I want to hurt my enemies just as much. The difference is, I know it's wrong.
Está buena la pelea.
Are you deliberately moving really slowly? Is this like some sort of mime thing?
You grasp at shadows.
Ambush me from the trees.
You've been a poor sport.
Eso. Ah, está fácil.
So be it. To the death.
No! That's your way. On my watch, no one dies. Some days you just got it.
Eso es. El cazador es cazado.
I beg you, kill me. Give me death over defeat.
You're saying death isn't defeat? You planning on coming back as a Kraven zombie or something? Anyway, I won. That means I call the shots.
What are your terms?
You're a few episodes short of a season, Kraven, but you've always had your own loony code of honor. So you're gonna tell me how to get to the Kingpin. The truth. Everything you know.
Very well. You have won that right. Ask, and I shall answer.
I ran into someone who says Kingpin gets test subjects at Ravencroft. How?
The institution has lost all government funding. It now relies upon private donors, of which Fisk is the largest. Now that Norman Osborn is dead.
And they just let him experiment on inmates like some kind of Dr. Chubbenstein?
They encourage it. They view the inmates as hopelessly damaged, useful only as test subjects.
I know you. You're always checking out your surroundings. You notice everything.
Yes, it's true. I met with Fisk in his building, where I took note of the locations of his cameras, weapons, and accessible points of entry. He has a Telec 4566 security system, and I know the passwords.
Well, you get a gold star. Draw me a map, and don't leave anything out.
Ok, con eso terminamos.
The information I have given you will get you inside the building, but you must still face Fisk himself.
I'll distract him with cupcakes.
This is why you will lose. You underestimate him. He has fought for his life since he was a boy. If you show even a moment's weakness, he will see it and kill you.
The old killer instinct, huh? A lot of good it did you. I'm not sure if the cops can pin anything on you, but if not, take my advice and go back to Russia. Fisk doesn't seem as forgiving as I am.
Fue Spidey, te pusiste la gorra. A ver. Eso quiere decir, te pusiste maldito, Spidey. Red iónica. Los compuestos químicos de Kraven permiten a Spider-Man alterar sus redes para que puedan romper los iones de ciertos metales. Ok. Y no tengo más dinero. Ok. ¿Se gastó automáticamente mi dinero? Ah, no. Está bien. El Kingping del crimen. Bueno, ¿qué hacemos? Yo creo que para la próxima vamos a dejarlo esto. Creo que voy a ir a cambiarme de traje.
Are you kidding me? With everything going on in the city, they're sending task force guys out of town?
I heard it's about that stolen Oscorp tech. Some kind of armor they're trying to get back.
So? We need backup now. But they don't care if working stiffs like us get killed.
Think I'll tag along with those trucks and see what's so important.
Ok, ahí está la misión principal. No hay ningún otro traje. Ajá. Estamos probando uno a uno. Y desafío arcade desbloqueado, ok. ¿Cuántas utilidades? 10. Esta es la misión número 10. Quedan 4. Bien, para la próxima vamos a hacer 2 misiones seguidas y quedará la última después. Así que ya saben, así nos vamos a guiar. Vamos a ponernos el traje clásico de Spidey en esta película juego, en este pelijuego. Eso.
That'll wake you up.
Veamos qué nos toca en el huevo Kinder del día de hoy. Huevo Kinder. ¿Sabían que en Chile prohibieron el huevo Kinder? No sé por qué.
The feeling there's more to this place than it seems.
Ahí está, Oscorp. Ok, ¿qué traje futurista me voy a conseguir? Veamos. Eso.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy being unconscious. I knocked out your tooth, but don't worry. I left it under your pillow.
Vamos, dale. Cuidado, que no te vea. Eso.
Hey! What happened to you? No! What happened?
Ok. Muy bien. Cuidado.
Nighty night.
Excelente.
Huh. I got them all.
Eso es, el último de los trajes. Ah. Bueno, no es tan malo, pero tampoco tan bueno. Me gustan sus ojitos. Infiltración, perfecto. Ganamos el logro por infiltrarnos en todos los escondites secretos de los rusos. Genial. Y ahí está. Se parece demasiado al que tenía hace un rato, ¿eh? Y son los trajes de PlayStation. Los juegos del juego de PlayStation 1. Eso es genial. Dentro de todo. Mejoras. 2000 y tanto. Debilitamiento. Perfecto, por fin, hermano. Ya era hora de que pudiera debilitar a los enemigos. Ok. Soy Matt, espero que te haya gustado. Para la próxima seguiremos con nuestro Arácnido favorito. No te lo pierdas. ¿Qué vendrá? Nos quedan 4 enemigos, a decir verdad. Nos queda Electro, nos queda Harry Osborn, alias el Duende Verde, nos queda Kingping y nos queda, obviamente, Carnage. Wow, todo eso en 4 partes. Y recién ahora va a aparecer Electro, qué increíble, el villano principal de la historia. Recién ahora.
Who could resist that?
Ok. Soy Matt. Bye bye.